There is so much wisdom to be gained from nature, and gardening is one of the amazing things that we can do to learn from nature, from plants, right? So we observe, we smell, we touch, we use our senses to pick up timeless wisdom. And here I've got this plant, this many plants, probably 200 plus basil plants in a pot. And it got me thinking. There is so much analogous wisdom to be gained from this plant, okay? So we overseeded on purpose, knowing fully well that these will be transplanted. And people might freak out when they see this and say, oh, well, they're competing for nutrients, they're competing for water, they're competing for sunlight. That may all be true at a certain point. But often, in the beginning, it's absolutely great to overseed. Don't follow the plant packages as far as recommended spacing and all of that, because, hey, there are ways of packing things in and still having it work out great. So what do we learn from this plant? Well, sometimes in life, you got to just go for it. You got to just go for it. You have to overseed. You need to take multiple opportunities, and investing that could look like diversifying your portfolio, right? In the business world, that could look like starting multiple businesses at once, even overextending yourself, right? With limited resources, sunlight, water, you get the point. In the world of business, that would be time, energy, right? Money, limited resources. But in the beginning, we can often get things going in their embryonic form, and they'll be just fine with limited resources. But there comes a time that we must transplant. And there comes a time in life that we need to transplant. We need to take ourselves and put ourselves in a new environment, such as a new pot, a bigger pot. And we need to be alone so that we can thrive and reach our fullest potential. So I want you folks to think about that. When you observe your plants, they can handle being planted tightly. They can handle that intensive planting, okay, up into a point. And you folks can handle starting more than one business. You can handle doing multiple things. You can handle working more than one job as long as you're taking care of yourselves in the process, and as long as you have the ultimate goal to be transplanted, okay? We can do different things with this. We could cut and come again. We can chop and drop, right? We could transplant as many of these as will hopefully successfully transplant. We have options. And just like in life, you have options. You might start 3 business ventures, and then you have to maybe downsize your efforts with one of them and put more energy towards another, okay? You learn as you go, you learn as you grow. And I'm here to motivate you folks. I want to encourage you to, sometimes you got to spread yourselves thin. And in that process is where the growing happens. And you always need to keep in mind, when is it time to transplant? When is it time to upgrade? Are you ready for a new job? Maybe you've reached a certain plateau in your career. Maybe it's time to upplant. Maybe it's time to leave your friends, okay? And step into some new territory, step into a new environment where you can thrive. And you'll have all those resources to yourselves. I hope this provokes some thought, and I hope I encourage you folks to go after it. Sow the seeds. You have to, in order to reap, you have to sow. Plant many seeds, okay? Take care, everybody.